morning, everybody. Happy Thursday and welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie. I wanted to say hi. It's Thursday morning. As I said, I am ready to go into the office with my high neckline. I feel like that's how you know I'm going into the office, when I have one piece of clothing that's like, I guess, considered business casual. I don't know technically though if my shoulders are showing. It's fine, but does that mean it's business casual? I don't know. Our dress code is pretty lax. Anyways, I'm about to get going into work. Today is an in-office day. So I'm heading into Midtown from Brooklyn and gonna go into the office to work. I work in publishing and we work basically around Rockefeller. So right in the busy hubbub of Midtown. I think today's gonna be a good day. I have really fun plans after work that I'm really excited about. A couple coworkers and I are going to a WNBA game. Brooklyn Liberty, they're the women's professional basketball team here in Brooklyn, and they play at the Barclay Center, which is like around downtown Brooklyn. We have tickets and we're gonna go straight from work, which is really fun. So otherwise normal day except for that. And I figure I'll take y'all along for a 2-day vlog. Tomorrow I have no plans, which is also kind of nice. We're gonna just see where it takes us. But I thought today would be a fun day to show because I've never been and I'm so excited to see what it's like. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I haven't been to a sporting event in a while. I'm not like a huge basketball fan. I don't know, I just have never really gotten into it. But I'm pretty excited about this. This could be a fun team to like root for. So that's the plan. It's a balmy, hot day in Brooklyn. We're in another heat wave. Y'all know how I feel about the heat. I am ready for summer to be over. I went to California, I got my tan. I've had my beach days. I'm good for the summer. It's time to bring the cool weather. I'm just tired of sweating. I'm already sweating. So it's gonna be like 95 today. And then like 85 all weekend and raining. Okay, I need to get going into work. Just wanna say good morning. Welcome to the vlog, and I think it's gonna be fun. I probably say that every vlog because the whole reason I'm taking you along for the vlog is because I think it'll be fun, but I feel like I'm still gonna say it. Hi, I'm home. It's 10:30. I'm exhausted. I had the best day. I am so tired, but in a really good way. And I feel like my day was a blur, especially probably in the clips that I was able to get for y'all, because I think we chatted this morning and then I went into the office, and it's sometimes hard for me to get stuff in the office because I'm nervous that I'm gonna get in trouble at my job. I think it's a valid concern, something to keep in mind. And then went straight from work to my friend's apartment, and then from my friend's apartment went to the game, and then I just got home. It just was a good, like, really fun day. August ends up being a slower month in the publishing industry, thank goodness, because it's like the one break you get in the year where things tend to be a little bit quiet because so many people go on vacation. So a lot of people have been out, and this week was like kind of most people's first full week back in the office or back from vacation, at least at my level, like the junior staff level. So the past 2 days back in the office have just been so fun because I think everybody's excited to see each other. Like all my work friends, we all eat lunch every day we're in the office, and it just ends up being this like really big rowdy group. And especially just today and yesterday, I feel like everybody has been like off the rails in the best possible way. Like it's just been so fun, and I just have been laughing a lot and am reminded of why it's fun to work in a job where you're like similar to your coworkers and have similar interests and are in the same like age rate. I don't know. I've had other jobs where I don't feel as connected to the people I work with, and this has been just a really, really great part of working in publishing. It's so fun. Then after work was the WNBA game, Brooklyn Liberty. I was looking up their stats, as one does when seeing a team play for the first time. And they're first in the Eastern Conference. So they're first place in the league right now, which is a big deal. They were very good. And we played the LA Sparks, and they used to live on the West Coast, so it was kind of like a rivalry, perfect for me. I did cheer for Liberty, and they were very good. And it ended up being a really fun game because the score was pretty close the whole time, and then we ended up winning by like 10. And it just, again, was so fun. I went with 2 coworkers and a coworker's friend, and I don't know, it's just nice to like go out and do things and go to events and have fun, which I know sounds so basic, but sometimes I feel like as you get older, the way you hang out with people and your friends is just like meeting up to catch up and meeting up to talk about your life, which is fun and great. And I find that personally very like fulfilling, and that's how I connect with people. But it's also just fun to like go and like cheer and dance and drink beer at like a sports game. I don't know. I think it's important to remember that there are things you can actually do to have fun. This is more for myself, because a lot of times I'm like, let's just hang up and catch up, and it's still good, but I'm like, there's so many fun things I could be doing in this city, and this was one of them. It was in downtown Brooklyn, right off like all of the major trains. Like basically all of us split off into different directions, and it was like a 5-minute walk to my train. It was a 30-second walk to their train, like so central, and it just was really fun. One thing I really love about living in this city is after a really fun like event or time with friends, I love the commute home, because you're just like riding this high, and then there's something about like walking and commuting and being on the train and being with more people, but I have my headphones in and I put a song on that feels like matches my mood, and I don't know, it like helps me like process the fun I just had. I don't know how to describe it, but it like carries me home. Like I like that I don't just get in my car and drive home. I like that it's not just like around the corner. I like that I have this in-between space to be like, wow, I just had so much fun. Let me sit in the fun and like cement that in my brain and remind myself why that's important. And then I kind of get to come down a little bit from the adrenaline, and then I'm home. I don't know. There's like something magical. I know, cliche, but there's something about it that I really like. So anyways, a very, very fun day. I highly recommend a WNBA game. Those players are so good. They are so good. This one girl got like 5 3-pointers in a row. She just kept sinking them. And everybody was like losing their mind. It was incredible. Yeah, a fun way to spend the night. With that, I am going to go to bed because it is late and I still do have work tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to get to bed, and I'll see you in the morning. high this whole day. It just wasn't the best day. Actually, what happened after I said goodnight last night and told you all about how I had like the best day ever, I had like a not great night, and just there was a trigger, something happened that was upsetting, and it just started this onslaught of emotions. And this is something that I notice about myself, is I'm pretty good at like keeping it together, which I don't think is always healthy, but I'm like I feel pretty resilient. I can like trudge through things, power through, but then one thing will happen and it's like the straw that broke the camel's back, you know. And last night something happened. I don't really want to go into detail about it, but something happened and I just was so upset. I called my parents. I just was like crying on the phone, like, I feel so alone in this city. It's so tough to live here. I'm doing it all by myself. And I think just realizing that I am lonely and realizing that it's maybe not as minor as I think it is. I think I've been telling myself like, oh, I'm lonely, but I'm like figuring it out. But I'm like, oh, no, I'm like pretty lonely. I think it's just a little bit more real than I realized. It's been tough. And so last night I just was on the phone with my parents, like crying about how hard it can be to be in New York City and feel like I'm doing it kind of alone. And it's tied to a lot. The big question I always come back to is, what is this all for? It's a lot of work. Living in a tough city is a ton of work. I don't make a ton of money at my job. And I just feel like the whole time I've been here, it's just been an uphill battle. I think it's worth trudging for, but I do feel like I continue to ask myself, what is it all for? And I do know what it's for. It's for this career that I've always wanted to have, and it's for this city that I've always wanted to live in. And I do think it's for myself, because I think I've grown in really beautiful, meaningful ways. And it's not always hard, but it's just these really intense moments of like overwhelming feelings of like sadness and like loneliness, and being afraid of like, am I gonna feel like this all the time living here, because it's so intense. So that's the reality. And so I was up really late just going through the emotions, and then woke up with kind of like an emotional hangover. And I worked today, and then after work I've just kind of been watching TV, giving myself space to like feel tired and be a little bit distracted by TV and not do anything super busy. I didn't see anybody, and I didn't really feel like checking in on the vlog, and I think my mental health is important, so I was giving myself space to do that. But that's where we're at, and that's a very realistic check-in of having a hard night rolled into an okay day. And I'm hoping tomorrow I'll just feel a little bit more normal and more steady. It is late. It's like time for me to go to bed today. But I did want to just check in and give a quick little status update and just be vulnerable and share some real things about where I'm at, because I do think that's part of the reason why I do my YouTube. Is it is a sense of connection and a sense of feeling like I'm being seen, and also sharing with others and letting people in. And it can be lonely living in a huge big city, and this is just another like avenue for connection. So I think it is important to show both things. Okay, I am gonna go to bed pretty soon, but I'm hoping tomorrow will be a little bit more of our regularly scheduled programming. I will see you in the morning. Good morning. It is Saturday. It's a beautiful day. I feel a lot better. I feel ready for a productive, restful, good weekend day. I slept pretty well, thank goodness. And I think the heat wave has finally broken today. My morning is off to a slow start. I made coffee, journaled, I finished a book. I forgot the name of the title. The Pattern Master by Octavia Butler. It's the 4th one in a series, so I just finished that, which is great. And now on to the next, because I'm working through her catalog. Actually, I'm already in the middle of Parable of the Sower, so I'll just keep finishing that. And now I'm going to get some editing done, some video editing done. Then we'll see where the day takes us. I might go to the gym. I have plans with a friend tonight. We're gonna actually we haven't decided what we're eating, but we're gonna meet in Chinatown because we have 2 options and we can't figure out which one we want. So we're gonna meet up not till later tonight. But until then, the day is mine. I have energy. I woke up, I'm feeling good and optimistic about the day and my life. Always a good thing. So I'm just gonna see how the day unfolds. I want to say good morning. I'm gonna start editing because I need to do that. I do need to be productive in that way. That's like the only to do that really actually does need to get done. So I'm gonna get back to that. Okay, heading out to dinner. We still don't know where we're eating, but I'm about to go meet my friend in Chinatown for dinner, and we're gonna figure it out once we're there. So TBD. I feel like you can always tell it's the end of the night when I'm checking in from this specific corner of the room. I don't know why. To me, it just signals bedtime now, but it is bedtime. I'm just getting home from dinner with a friend. We met up for some sushi she said it was Chinatown, but I think it was the Lower East Side. I don't know. Sometimes I get confused geographically with where I'm at. Don't quote me on any of this, but it was good. Dinner was really great, and we just caught up. We have this joke that we see each other every 2 months, and we're pretty consistent with that schedule. This is one of the few friends, actually probably the only friend that I made in Dallas, where I lived before, and she actually moved before I did to New York, and we've managed to stay friends, which is great. So it was really fun, and we always just chat and catch up, and she has great taste in food. Like, she knows good food, so I know we're always going to go someplace good when we get dinner. And as expected, my hair fell completely flat. I don't know why I curled it. The humidity was at 89%. I checked at the restaurant. There was literally no point in curling it, but I just wanted to feel cute, and that's what's important. I did it for myself. It's late. I stayed up later than I should have. I was just scrolling on my phone, but I am going to go to bed. Tomorrow, Sunday, I do have soccer, of course. We actually are starting our fall league, even though it's summer weather, so it's a little confusing, but I missed our first game because I was home in California, so tomorrow technically is my first game of the season, so I think it'll be fun. I feel a little bit out of shape, like I haven't been running since our season ended, so fingers crossed I don't embarrass myself. Just kidding, it'll be fine. But I'm gonna get some sleep, so I'm going to wrap up the vlog here. Thanks for coming along. Honestly, kind of a weird couple days, but again, true to real life, and I think that's what's important. As always, thank you for being here, and I will see you very soon.